Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then please hit the subscribe button down below, like this video, share it, leave a comment, all of that fun stuff. Right, so in today's video we are going to talk about the Olympics, right? Tokyo 2020. So far it has been very eventful, like a lot of moment in history in the making. A lot of things have been happening, right? So we're gonna talk about it, okay? We are going to discuss. So as we all know, the majority of us, we mainly watch the Olympics for the track and field events. Like, let's not lie, we watch it for the 100, 200, 400 relays, maybe long jump, right? So, and I'm at a loss for words right now. If you don't know this, right, I'm Jamaican, and track and field is such a big thing in Jamaica. Like, our track and field athletes just they're out here breaking world records and making history. Okay, it's a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. And one thing you don't do is you don't play. You don't play. When it comes to those things, you don't play. You don't jeopardize these things. You don't be doing none of this, sis. No. So let's talk. We'll start with the 100-meter sprint. That was brilliant. Like, round of applause to Shelly Ann, to Elaine, and to Sharika Jackson. Like, clean sweep, 1, 2, 3. Just, yeah. And I get that, yes, this is basically Shelly's last Olympics. So she, as with every athlete, you go out there to win, or you go out there to do your personal best time, even if you don't get to win. So I understand her frustration, her disappointment in coming second, because obviously she went there to win, but at the same time so did Elaine. I don't know if you guys noticed, well, I guess a lot of people noticed that Shelly wasn't happy, and people are saying that she wasn't celebrating Elaine, and it was very cold. And apparently, from what the commentators were saying when I was watching it, was that obviously Shelly's changed coaches, so she's got a different coach, and her former coach is now Elaine's coach, and he's kind of turned them into competitors. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody is your competition, right? But you're all running for the same country, and there's no point like looking at your teammate as the enemy. I don't know, like, obviously I don't know the ins and outs of it. That's just what the commentators were saying. That's the whole speculation around why Shelly and Elaine, like, there was a very cold front with them. But still, Shelly did tweet out, to say, of course she'll be disappointed, but at the same time, these ladies did a clean sweep, and they were on the podium together, and that was a beautiful moment. Now, with the men's 100-meter, I'm not gonna lie to you, I never know say Johan still did that run. I'm not going to lie, I never know say Johan Blake was still running. I didn't even know it was going to be at the Olympics until yesterday. I'm just like, oh, I'm around for 2. Oh, okay. And I know there's been a lot of speculation, like, apparently he's been saying in the media that how Bolt was stopping his shine and yada yada yada. And it's like, okay sir, Bolt is off the scene now, so shine. Shine. You're saying you were the sun and Bolt was the cloud. The cloud gone, clear blue skies. Shine, you came sixth. You didn't qualify. And I know, yes, he was nursing an injury, but you can't be making bold statements like that and then you don't deliver. Okay, sir? And then the other young man, was it Oblique? That's a very interesting name, by the way. I was just like, in parents did love maths. Called, don't even know about our oblique triangle and them so on. But he's only 20, and just recently he was at champs and now he's at the Olympics, and he did very well. I was very impressed with his performance. He came fourth. He didn't qualify for the finals either, but he did well, and he's young, so you know there's many more Olympics to come for him, and I think he did a very great job. Andre DeGrasse, not gonna lie, I thought that he was going to take the gold, because we don't have the Americans. We don't, like Tyson Gay and Justin Gatlin, them people, we didn't have them. So I thought without them, without Bolt, like Andre DeGrasse was gonna go for gold. But we were all surprised because Sir Mr. Italian Stallion went and took the gold. And that was history in the making for Italy as well, because that was what their first 100-meter gold, or is that just their first track gold overall? I don't know, but he made history, so good on you, sir. Andre DeGrasse, he came third, but he's still on the podium, so good job to you, sir. Good job to you. What else was there? The hurdles. Hurdles. Whoever came up with hurdles, just why? It's already nerve-wracking enough just running in a straight line, but then to run and then have to jump over things like the mahas, like, why the added stress? Why? And yeah, the Jamaican hurdler. How you say it? I don't know. Hurdler. I don't know. But Jahil Hyde, like, he started off so well, and like he was doing so well, but the damn hurdles, innit? The hurdles. It's the hurdles. Blame the hurdles. But he did well. I still think he did well, and he made a good effort to finish his race. So good for him. Good for him. I mean, making it to the Olympics in general is just a very big achievement. So you can't really undersell what these people do. You see, I have a problem. I have an issue with the mixed relays. Is it all in the name of equality? Because we know that the men's fastest time, or the men's slowest time, is like faster than the women's fastest time, if that makes sense. So like Johan ran was it a 10.14 and came in 6th, whereas Elaine ran a 10. That's I can't remember. What's she run? 10.61 and came first. So the it's not equal. It never will be. So I think it was the heats for the relays, and obviously the countries choose what order they're going in, but I think it was Nigeria that they had a woman run the anchor leg, and sis got dusted by the men because she was running with the men. And then it was like, yeah, their order was just very different to everybody else's. So one of the legs where they had a man running with all the women, and he just dusted all the women, and then he handed over to his female teammate, who then ended up running with all the men, and they just ran and left her. And I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about this, about the relays, these mixed relays. It's new, but I don't know how to feel about it. Really don't know. I don't know. But I mean, Jamaica came with 7, like, in the finals for that, so I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, there will be winners and there will be losers. Like, enough people will love chat. It's like, could you even make it to champs though? Okay, but the star, I feel like the women's 100-meter hurdles though, like the hype around that, sis, when I tell you, right, so there's obviously I think a 9-hour difference between the UK and Tokyo. So I wanted to watch the 200-meter heats and the 100-meter hurdles finals, because the heats and the semis for the 100-meter hurdles, like, those 3 girls, especially Megan Simmons Tapper, when I saw her, I was like, she is so small. She can't be more than 5 foot, but she's like 5'1", and sis cleared all her hurdles, and I was so impressed. I was so impressed by her, and she made it to the finals along with, is it Brittany Anderson? And unfortunately Brittany stumbled into one of her hurdles, so she finished the race, but obviously not in the position that she wanted. Megan Tapper, she came 3rd, and that was history in the making for Jamaica, because this is the first time that Jamaica has ever won a medal in the 100-meter women's hurdles, like, ever. So I can't remember, was it Angel Holness that was just like, her bronze feels like gold, because this is the first time Jamaica is even on the podium for this race. So well done to her. She is, you know, when Jamaican people say we little but with talawa, she is the very personification of that, hands down. She little but she talawa. She cleared all her hurdles, like all of them. She's small, but she did it. She did it, and I love her interview. Her interview was so amazing. Like, the fact that she was thanking God, she was shouting out her family, her coach, her teammates, everybody. The way how she gave Brittany her flowers, and was just like, she's a force to be reckoned with, and she's young, like, she'll be back. These things happen. Like I said, there'll always be winners, there'll always be losers. But when she started rapping Nicki Minaj Moment for Life, I was just like, she's a barb. She's a barb. Wow, no wonder. But it's so funny, because even literally, like, that same night I was listening to Moment for Life. As I fly over the stars in the sky, I am no longer trying to survive. I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't worry about me and who I fire. I get what I desire. It's my empire, and yes, I call the shots. I am the umpire. I speak a holy water upon the vampire. In this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, I slayed Goliath with a sling. This very moment, I'll put it on everything, that I will retire with the ring, and I will retire with the crown. Yes, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes, clap for the heavyweight champ, me, but I couldn't do it all alone. Like, yeah, I love her energy. I love her personality, and it's just well done to her. But obviously, Jasmine Camacho Quinn, she was very impressive as well, because she took the gold for Puerto Rico, and I just love how they all supported each other, because so many times in races, when obviously somebody wins, but the person that wanted to win, which is basically everybody else in the race, when they don't win, like, they're just so mad, they're so bitter, they're so they're so anti towards the person that won, instead of celebrating with them. But the hugs were genuine. It wasn't just no, well done. Like, they were fully like cheering each other on, even when it was confirmed that Megan came third, and Jasmine just hugged her to congratulate her. Like, I love that. This is what we love to see in sports, okay? Because yes, you go to win, but that doesn't mean that you can't celebrate other people. Like, come on, sis. Come on. Now the moment has arrived for me to talk about what really drapes me up. What really drapes me up, how it have me in my bed, like after 2 to 3 in the morning, I talk to myself. There's something will make me go download Twitter and make a Twitter account. Mama just insert the race right here, so, and then Mama just insert the race.
Serena Jackson nicely away, and already with a good bend here, will be trying to set herself up nicely. Hasn't gone off too hard though. Antonique Strawn, the Bahamian, in the lead, and Serena Jackson just almost jogging round in, having a little look across. Just needs to be careful. Needs to be very careful here. Just eases her way through. Ooh, it eases down on the line.
Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. You did see that. What do I even say? Sis, if you never want to qualify, just say that. Sis, if you never wanted to run, you should not bother run the race. Sis, if you never want to win the race, you should have just cruised from the beginning and then just cruise over the finish line. But sis, why you start strong? You there so. Finish line there so. In what world does it make sense to ease up and then drop from second to fourth this close? Like, make it make sense. I know people on Twitter were like, oh, it's because she's tired, because she's conserving her energy for the 400 meter, because if she run 200 she can't run 400, and all those variables don't make no sense. Because right, so the commentator, right, he was like, she needs to be careful. Like, she started strong, but when he saw them coming down the home stretch, he was like, Sharika's going strong, but she needs to be careful. And dude was baffled, and so was I. I was confused. I was bamboozled. I was like, why would she ease up like she's gone over the line when she hasn't? And he was like, at the point at which she eased up, the whole argument about conserving energy doesn't make sense, because she had 5 meters to go, so there's not that much energy to conserve in 5 meters for you to say that you're saving energy for the other race. Because if she just kept up that same momentum, she would have qualified. And I know, yeah, time difference, jet lag, it's hot, training, whatever, but sis, her specialty is 400 meter, so running half that distance really shouldn't be. How I don't understand how much energy she thought she was going to conserve in 5 meters, if that was the reason. Also, people saying that, oh, but it's because she wants to run the 400 and you can't do both. But I swear, when I was watching the semis, the 200 meter semis, there was somebody else, I can't remember which one of the other athletes, she's also running the 400 meter. So I don't know why it was implied that if she run 2, she can't run 4, because clearly this other athlete is going to be doing it. And I'm not here for the bullying. I'm not here for the bullying at all. But it is very confusing. It's very confusing how that race went, because I don't get it. Because 400... Okay, so women's 200 final is, well, my time, that's 10 to 2 tomorrow. And then the women's 400 heat is like 2 a.m. So a good like 12 hours. A good like 12 hours in between. But is she even running 400? Mama see. Because this now make no sense. Women's 400 meter, heat 3. I don't know what they're showing. Heat 3, okay. McGregor. Heat 4, C. McLeod. Heat 5, S.A. McPherson. So, she not run 400. I'm gonna see her name. Unless this a lie to me, but she not run 400. So, that also never make no sense. And then the whole thing about she's saving up her energy for the relays, but Shelly and Elena run relay. But you were so close, so that's what makes it confusing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not understanding. I'm really not. Really not. Obviously, I'm not an expert, right? But this is what the experts are saying. Like, whatever that strategy was, it just didn't make sense. And even up until the semis this morning, they were still throwing shade at sis. I'm not gonna lie, they were still throwing shade at her. But Elaine and Shellyanne are through. The commentators are suggesting a 1-2 for Shelly and Elaine, either Shelly Elaine or Elaine Shelly, whichever way it goes, but they're predicting a 1-2. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, it has nothing to do with like me personally. It's not because I'm Jamaican, that's the reason why I'm saying that they should win or that they will win. Like, when you look at the stats, when you look at all the races, all the Olympics that they've done, especially the women from 08 till now, like, they've been dominating track and field, the Jamaican women, like, hands down, without a fact. I think 10 of the 12 medals were won by Jamaican women. So it's like, I mean, it's a reasonable conclusion to come where I'm impressed. I am impressed with the performance by, you know, all the countries that are just putting in their best. People are out here making history, breaking world records. It's great, and we're here for the fun and games, guys. Like, there's no point bullying people or cussing them. Like, you can be genuinely confused the same way I was confused with Shericka Jackson's heats. I honestly baffled. But guys, remember that these people are human, and they went through rigorous training to even be there in the first place. Remember the fact that the stadium is practically empty, so they don't have as many people cheering them on. Like, people are cheering on from home, but it's kind of demoralizing when you're used to, you know, that support, and then all of a sudden so I get it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just enjoy the games, guys. Just enjoy the games, okay? And be kind. be kind on social media, please, because these people are human at the end of the day. They probably feel like terrible about whatever mistakes, not being able to qualify. There are people that are still doing this despite their injuries. So just root for whoever you're rooting for. But even if whoever you're not rooting for has, dominated and be the person that you're supporting, like, just allow it. Just be happy for people. Be happy for people, please, please. Can I ask that much? But yeah, I'll probably be back because there's gonna be a lot around the 200 finals and the relays, especially. Like, I'll definitely be back today. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and drop your predictions, your thoughts, whatever, in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all later. Rise the bongo.